Welcome back to one of my videos. In this video, guys, we're going to be bringing you guys the new every god bloodline ranked in Shindo Life. So the last one I did, there's been a lot of changes to the bloodlines of the game, and there's also been an entirely new bloodline, which is GOKU. By the way, I do know that Rengoku and Tengoku are going to be getting an update, so just know that after that, this tier list will change a tiny bit. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like, more, let's get right to the video, guys. Alright, so coming in 11th place is going to be Satori Rengoku. Now, I'm sure you guys are thinking, oh, that bloodline's super rare. Why is it this low? Satori Ren, it really has nothing going for it. All the abilities are kind of gimmick abilities. All of them have a very specific set of scenarios that you need to do for them to be useful. Like the first one is an M1 combo extender. You know, obviously that's super specific. The second one is an auto dodge that you have to trigger before someone attacks you, so it's not even close to being as good as the other auto dodges, even with the clones. And the clones are also nerfed. They only like do the beam once now, so it's also another gimmick ability. And then the third ability, it's very hard to hit on people unless they're like super close to you, and even then it's very blockable and you can glitch out while using it and stuff like that. But in the end, Satori Ren is definitely the worst god bloodline in the game. Coming in 10th place is going to be Diva Rengoku. Now a lot of you guys probably refer to this bloodline as the iframe bloodline because that's pretty much what it's useful for now. Half the time you're never going to be able to hit any of the other abilities because the AoE on them is literally the size of like a walnut. Like it's really tiny. That's all I'm going to say. Even the second ability is really hard to hit, if not impossible. I mean, I guess you could stun someone and use it, but that doesn't really count because you won't hit it otherwise. Mainly, honestly, the only thing that Diva Ren has going for it is that the fact that it actually has iframe, so you can iframe out of stuff, and the fact that the C-spec is okay, and the mode is okay in general. But yeah, when it comes to Diva Ren, you know, after the AoE nerf, Diva Ren got hit probably the hardest out of any bloodline in the game. Coming in 9th place is going to be Rengoku. Now, the only reason people ever use this bloodline is the second one, is the second ability. That's it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Second ability is the only reason anyone uses this bloodline. If anyone tells you they use it for anything else, they're either paying fanboys or they just, you know, they can't get anything else. That's pretty much the only reason to say that. Second ability is like, it's a really good combo extender. It's like Kogoku second, but significantly worse because it's only stun global cooldown and it's also not instant. And you also can't just click on them. It has hand signs. So when it comes to that ability, it's significantly worse than Kogoku second, but it still is a really good combo ability. The first ability of Rengoku, the first mode, actually does a lot of damage, but that's about the only reason why anyone would ever use Rengoku. Coming in 8th place is going to be Tengoku. You guys know why this is here. Tengoku, while it is a really good bloodline, it doesn't really compare to the other god bloodlines in the game just because the kit is outdated. But as you guys know, it is getting a remaster, so obviously it'll rank probably significantly higher, if not at the top, after the rework. But for now, you know, Tengoku obviously isn't anything special. The beam is probably the best thing of it. The beam does a lot of damage. It's good for combos, but that's the only thing Tengoku has going for it right now. But I mean, like, Tengoku, it looks really cool, so, you know, that's a bonus. Coming in 7th place is going to be Ren Shiki. Now, this is going to be here on this list so high, literally just because of the first move. Every one of the other abilities of Ren Shiki either do not function right, or they're just straight up not good. You know, a lot of the abilities, they're almost impossible to hit on people in general. The third ability is 3 hand signs. Ball, they actually buffed these abilities, by the way. They're actually buffed versions of what they used to be. So they used to be actually worse, if you could believe that. But the main thing that's amazing about Ren Shiki is the first ability. It lasts like 5 seconds. It drains stamina. You can hold it down, and it pretty much regens your entire chi bar if they hit you once. So yeah, when it comes to Ren Shiki, first ability is definitely carrying the bloodline. Now coming in 6th place is going to be Doku Tengoku. Doku Tengoku got hit with a major nerf. The third ability you can't use during combos anymore, and it also is on the global cooldown now. So it got hit with a pretty fat nerf because that ability was kind of carrying it, but the first ability is still really good for combos. It's a block break. It's a pretty decent sized ability. It's a block break. Second ability has the hitbox of a literal whale, like a literal blue whale coming out of the sea. It has a massive hitbox, and you can combo with it after if you're really good at dashing. But the main reason why Doku Tengoku is so good now is because of the mode. Mode is literally amazing. The C-spec, you can actually use abilities during the second half, so it's one of the best combo modes in the game. Not only that, but the weapon spec also does crap tons of damage, as you guys can see. And the third ability, it's still usable. It's just not as good as it used to be. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Have you remembered to hit that like button on the video yet? If you haven't already, go ahead and do it. I'll be waiting. Coming in 5th place is going to be Ryan Rengoku. You guys know why this is here. Has one of the best, like, iframe abilities in the game right now. Hopefully, it doesn't get nerfed because it's quite literally the only thing making Ryan Ren good right now is that ability. So if that ability got nerfed, this bloodline would be trash. trash. But when it comes to the other abilities, the first one would be great, but it has no M1 prio, so they can M1 you after using the ability. So, you know, that's obviously not a good thing. And the third ability is literally a worse version of Mankind Inferno's third ability. So Ryan Ren, the only thing it has going for it is the second ability, but the second ability is so good that it gets it on this list. Not only that, but you have a 90-second mode that pretty much makes it so you can one-shot people in the game. So if you only want 90 seconds, you know, if you're competitive, you're going like you're going deep, you know what I mean, like you're about to die, pop that bad boy, pop that Z-spec, and you know, you may have a chance at winning because you might just one-shot them with your insane stat boost and things like that. But in the end, Ryan Ren, you know, the second mode's second ability, all it has going for it. Now coming in fourth place is going to be Sengoku. Sengoku's gonna be coming in fourth place just because Sengoku it had a massive rework. That's the only reason. I mean, the first ability is pretty good. It's just the damage burst. You know, it has a lot of end lag, so you can get caught after it. Second ability had a massive AoE buff, so you know you're actually able to land it now, which is a huge bonus. Third ability, the iframe lasts like 10 million years. Like the iframe of the third ability is absolutely insane. The main thing that actually counters it is that as the actual counter goes off, you know, all the damage you're not actually able to do. But you know, Sengoku has this third mode that's not on a timer that is absolutely amazing. Pretty much all the abilities are absolutely godly when it comes to Sengoku, you know, especially the C-spec. It's like a place lock ability that does a ton of damage, and you know, Sengoku overall is just actually really cool now. It looks really cool, and it has a lot of really good abilities. Coming in third place, as you guys probably expected, Forge Rengoku. Now, I have seen someone saying this, but someone said the first ability, like, I don't get why it's so good. Dude, even if you don't ever use the first ability, like you don't actually use it, you could charge chi on the dumb statue, man, and it's almost impossible to hit you. So it's pretty much complete free chi regen. So if you're low on chi, all you need to do is like get out of this situation, use the first ability, run away while you're charging chi, and then you're back in the fight. So even if you never even use the ability, it's still really good for the actual mobility. Not only that, but the mode is absolutely insane. I don't really need to say this. Weapon spec, absolutely god tier. You do have buffed M1s, and the Z spec is an absolute slammy whammy damage ability that is really hard to avoid. Not only that, but the second ability, instant mode drain ability. You click, it stuns them, drains mode, and then you obviously have the third ability here, literal Ryan Ren 3 reskin. So yeah, when it comes to Forge Ren, still an insanely good bloodline. Now coming in second place is going to be Shindai Rengoku, and despite what you guys may think, it is not for the mode is actually not. Oh, oops, this is the second ability, by the way. Actually just hit that. It's a block break, huge AoE ability. It's pretty good in general. First ability is a one hand side ability that actually does over like 60k damage. You know, it's very good one hand sign. It's pretty easy to hit if you have decent aim. Third ability was buffed, by the way, guys. It only takes half the chi it used to, so you know, that's great, I guess. You know, it still takes a ton of chi, but at least it's not 100k like it used to be. C-spec is very annoying to fight. Obviously, you have a bunch of clones that chase you around. You hit someone, they're pretty much just going to be infinitely stunned after that. You do have a weapon spec as well. Amazing weapon spec. It's really good. And then obviously your throwable, don't need to say anything about that. One of the best throwable abilities in the entire game. So yeah, Shindai Ren has a lot going for it, a lot of combo potential, lots of damage, lots of stalling, and it does have a counter that does like all your health. So, you know, Shindai Ren gang. By the way, guys, what is your favorite God Bloodline in Shindo Life? God Bloodlines are the ones with all the Gokus and Renshiki. So be sure to tell me in the comments below what your guys' favorite God Bloodline is. Now coming in first place is going to be Kagoku. Now what I don't understand about Kagoku, people are going like, oh, you know, it's kind of the second ability and the C-spec carries it. Like, yes, it does carry it, but the abilities are so good that it carries it to being first place. C-spec, mode drain ability. You know, people try to argue that you're not going to be able to hit all of the C-spec, but you know, most sane people in this game do not immediately use a C-spec randomly on them. Like in the second ability, people try to defend the second ability by the fact that you could block it. Like, yeah, okay, you could block it, but you could block Ryuji Kenichi too, and you guys know how big of an issue that bloodline was. The second ability is one of the best combo extenders of the game, not only Sunbokuu cooldown, and you know, overall, it's just Kagoku is really insane just for those alone. And if you don't, that's not even throwing in the fact that the weapon spec is just super annoying. You're not gonna be able to hit them. Auto tracking ball ability that block breaks and does a decent amount of damage to people, combined with the fact that you actually have dimensions, but as you guys can see, you know, I'm pressing the dimensions right now and it's actually not triggering. So that means that the dimensions, you know, they don't work everywhere, which is the main fault of the bloodline. And I feel like if they were, the bloodline would be significantly better, and it's already in first place. So yeah, just keep that in mind when people are saying how bad Kagoku is. It really is good. It just has faults, of course. Third ability, only auto dodge global cooldown, which makes it pretty bad. The first ability has so much end lag that it makes it so you actually get punished for using the ability. And just gets XP for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like for some more. So guys, bye bye.